plugin is installed, we must open the SeeIT perspective in order to visualize the elements in the workspace. To do that, we must go to Window menu, open Perspective, Other, and then SeeIT Perspective, and then OK. Here is presented the perspective, which is predefined and contains the package explorer, the SeeIT view where the visualization is rendered, and the navigator as a helper in the view. The visualization area is composed by three sections. The first one, the feedback section, is where the user gets information about the visualization. The second area is where the mapping between visual properties and metrics is carried on and where the color scale is selected. And the third section is where the polycylinders and containers are drawn. In SeeIT, there are several ways to show information in the visualization area. The main way is by right-clicking an element in the package explorer and then visualize in SeeIT. Once the analysis is done, the visualization is updated with the new container on it. There we can rotate, translate, zoom in and zoom out the elements. Another way to show information is by open the editor, right click on it, and visualize this file, the parent package or the parent project of it. If I visualize this file, the container is appended to the view, also keeping the containers that were analyzed before on it and making it not necessary to reanalyze the elements. Another way to show information is by using an XML file which conforms to our specifications. Once again, right click on it and visualize. It is appended to the view and can be translated, rotated, and so on. Another way to show information in the visualization area is by using the search feature in Eclipse. I open the dialog, go to the Java search option, and then I can look for a file which contains the word block on it, and again right click on a element and visualize in SeeIT. It is appended to the view with all the containers that were before. The third section of the visualization area is where the mapping is carried on. When I select a container, I can see that the mapping is updated. Under color I have complexity, under height I have lines of code. This means that the highest polycylinder is the one with the highest number of lines. If I want to change that mapping, the only thing I have to do is drag and drop the metric under the property I want to change. For example, I want to change that the color is represented by that the lines of code is represented by color. So I drag and drop the metric and I can see that there is no metric map to the height because the lines of code were there. I want to change that metric and once again I drag and drop over the height property and now I have the updated version of the container with different mapping. Also in this view, if I want to change the granularity level of the container I'm watching, for example this represents that each polycylinder is a class within a package, so I want to change it, increase the granularity level of that container. This means that now I'm watching the methods within that package. Also there is another option which change the colors in the view. There are predefined color scales which I can change and see what's the one that fits the best. In the top of the visualization area there are a series of buttons which performs different operations. The first one Let the user select the current selected polycylinder. For example, I select a container, click on it, and the container is gone. The second option is to clean all the visualization area. If I click on it, all the containers are gone. The third option lets the user to scale up and down the container selected. For example, if I click on it, the container is grown. If I click the other one, the container gets smaller. The fourth option is to synchronize the visualization area with the package explorer. If I click on it, and then I select a polycylinder, the corresponding resource on the package explorer is selected according to the visualization selection. The fourth option lets the user to sort the polycylinders. You can see that all polycylinders are sorted from right to left, up and down. The fifth option lets the user show the related polycylinders in the view. This option is not implemented yet. And finally, the reset button. This lets the user reset the visualization to the original state. SeeIT 3D comes with different options which allow the user to change the visual aspect of the view. For example, we go to Window menu, Preferences, go to the SeeIT 3D option, and we can see that we can change the containers per row, the polycylinders per row within a container, which allows the user to change the appearance of the container, the background color, the highlight color, the scale step, transparency step, and the polycylinder size. This means the cross section of the polycylinder. For example, I want to change the background color. I want to turn it black. OK. Apply. Then OK. To take effect, I have to reset the visualization. And there is the black background. In SeeIT 3D, most of the commands have shortcuts which allow the user to perform the same operations with the keyboard. To show that commands, we go to Window, Preferences, and write key bindings on it. We go to Keys, and in the filter we write SeeIT, and we can see that all the commands that have shortcuts available to them.